This was exactly what the Judgment Day needed. Recasting him is absolute comedy gold. The build to Evolution 2 feels like a complete afterthought by WWE. What is up, wrestling fans? I'm Ben Allison, a wrestling fan who loves to analyze and basically waffle on about professional wrestling, and I have analyzed last night's episode of Monday Night Raw, and here are my 5 key findings. In at number 5, this was exactly what the Judgment Day needed. The truth is, ever since Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest left the Judgment Day, the group has felt like a bunch of jobbers and kind of a shadow of their former selves outside of Liv and Dominic. However, a slight rotation of the cast, freshening it up a little bit, introducing Roxanne Perez, plus actually having them all on the same page for the first time in forever, plus now all being champions, that is exactly what they needed. Now, I don't want to see any, and I mean any negative tensions or any tensions at all between them until Liv returns. This is the time to get them all back on the same page and for them to seem like a dominant force on Raw, because they haven't felt like that in so long now, maybe even 2 years. Because when there's always tensions in a group or a faction, it doesn't really feel special, and tensions are meant to feel special. It's meant to feel like something big is about to happen, but it's just felt stale recently. In at number 4, I take back 90% of the negative things I've said about El Grande Americano, as recasting him is absolute comedy gold. I mean, honestly, just replacing Chad Gable with Ludwig Kaiser, it is hilarious. It is brilliant. In fact, it is one of the most funniest things which I've seen on WWE TV for quite some time. And I honestly hope Pat McAfee returns to WWE television really soon, just for this reason. I mean, imagine him and Michael Cole arguing about whether or not the guys changed identities. It would be hilarious. And Archie suggested on last Wednesday's Wrestling Republic's daily broadcast that perhaps every week they could change who is El Grande Americano. And I don't think they're going to do that, but it would be hilarious. It's so stupid, but quite funny. Triple H, if you're listening, make me El Grande Americano one week. I'll do a fantastic job at pretending to be Chad Gable. As you can see, I'm completely ripped like he is. In at number 3, Seth Rollins getting a custom briefcase likely rules out a SummerSlam cash. I've been predicting Seth Rollins cashing in on a potential match between Gunther and Sami Zayn for ages now at SummerSlam, but I no longer think it's going to happen because of this custom briefcase. Because I'd now be stunned if after WWE have put these briefcases in production to sell them, Rollins only holds it for like another month and a half. Because it costs a lot to put these into production, right? And they cost $150 each. And this time of the year, people don't tend to spend a lot on merchandise. So they are going to have to sell quite a lot of these over probably a few months to actually make their money back. Or at least make it worth their time, I should say. So I guess we're going to be waiting a while to see this cash in, and I'm not really sure how I actually feel about that, because right now the Raw main event scene kind of just feels like they're waiting for Seth Rollins to cash in, and if this continues for months and months and months, I feel like it could get a little bit stale. But I'll still reserve judgment for the time being. I can't wait to see what does happen in this Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed tag team. I am loving them. Now, before we get into the top 2 key findings, could you guys just leave a like and subscribe on this video, plus comment your thoughts down below. It really does help us out in this really difficult YouTube algorithm. In at number 2, the Grayson Waller and Austin Theory split finally seems imminent. Waller, in an interview last night, which I do believe was during a commercial break in America, said that he's taking inspiration from the New Day about how they just abandoned Big E, and they deserve more praise for that because he was dead wood, and he needs to take some inspiration about that himself because lately he has been carrying too much dead wood around him, blatantly suggesting he's about to break up with Austin Theory, and finally... Because I just want to see these two get some TV time to themselves, right? They are both great talents, and Austin Theory's key years, in fact both of their key years, are currently being completely and utterly wasted. And I'll admit, at times us wrestling fans are impatient, but in this scenario, that's not what this is. Because for 12 months, they haven't advanced this storyline at all. I mean literally at all. It's in the exact same place it was 12 months ago. So please just speed it up, do the split, and put Austin Theory with Seth Rollins. I would love that. Plus, let's Theory get a singles win so I can stop doing these push-ups every day, because I'm getting a bit sick of doing those as well. And in at number 1, the build to Evolution 2 feels like a complete afterthought by WWE. I was excited by the possibility of a second Evolution PLE, but if it was just going to be rushed, they shouldn't have done it. They all feel out of nowhere, and of course Liv Morgan's injury affected things. I understand that, but that should only be 1, maybe 2 storylines. The fact that the entire card, especially from a main roster perspective, is completely and utterly rushed, it's a joke. And Io Sky won the Women's Championship off Rhea Ripley, but since WrestleMania hasn't defended it once, I don't think, and now she's just going to be defending it against Rhea Ripley again. I mean, that is just awful booking, right? And Triple H has undoubtedly done an amazing job since taking over creative, but his booking of Io Sky's championship reign, it is worse than Vince levels bad. Yes, I'm saying that. This division deserves better. This PLE deserves better. And honestly, I'm really frustrated about it. Anyway, now let's get into the thoughts which you guys have submitted to us via our Instagram stories and Instagram posts over at Wrestling Republic. Coach23 says that Highs at Judgment Day is starting to get relevant again, and Raw's main event scene is finally starting to get traction. The low is sadly New Day's flop. I will say that tag team reign was massively disappointing. Jose99 says the Highs with a tag team championship match. I mean, the match itself was undoubtedly a banger. Ludwig has possibly missed that Americano, and the Low's A-Town Down Under taking 10 million user split. Hopefully it's the end of it now, and the ending to Bayley versus Lyra. Now, I'm going to be honest, the ending to Bayley versus Lyra again wasn't executed very well, but at least they are building something there, which I can't say for the rest of the Evolution card. Rishab Begol 1990 says the high was Sammy having the time of his life with Penta. Those two together are a lot of fun. And the low is Io versus Rhea again. Listen, like I said, Io feuding with Rhea once again and that being her only feud is so dumb. It is bad booking. I'm sure the match is going to be a banger, but from a booking perspective, from a storyline perspective, it is awful. Mateus Quinton says the high was the cross feud between Punk, Rollins, Sammy, Jay, Penta, Punk, Gunther, LA Knight, Rollins. Rollins is in there a few times there, but I do agree with you. It is really exciting right now how storylines are overlapping, and I do like that in my wrestling. But at the same time, it does make things really hard to predict for SummerSlam. And hopefully that's a good thing. Hopefully that means it's just unpredictable. But it does make me worry they don't properly have a plan or direction. And last but certainly not least, we got the Soul Sessions official saying really ain't a fan of the tag titles having a few defenses and then just bouncing back to the Judgment Day. I need more defenses to care about a tag title. Yeah, I mean, I completely agree, to be honest with you. The Raw titles just aren't being booked very well at the minute, in my opinion. I mean, maybe that's a point I need to go further into at a later date. But from the Women's World title to the World Tag Team Championships, things just feel like an afterthought right now. But thank you guys so much for watching this video, and once again, make sure to leave some comments down below. I really do appreciate you guys watching. Have a fantastic Tuesday. Peace.